Hey everyone, welcome to another Amazing News Breakdown here on Sotopop. Alright, as always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos, and yeah, today we're going to be taking a look at some Minipla news. We don't typically get this stuff. Sometimes it comes with Yudo. This time it did not, but it has some very interesting information. Before that, though, we do have a few updates that came out of the Hunter Silva blog post. So yeah, that actually made its way to us, so let's hop right in. And, these are the images we've seen before, and they were talking about why they decided to go with this figure. And basically the conceit was, hey, Shoto Super, it's doing really well, and we kind of want to test the waters. We want to see how far we can take this line, and they thought Hunter Silva was a strong enough character, a striking enough presence for them to take a leap of faith with this guy, basically. And they also note that he's been made multiple times, like they've made figures of him multiple times, but never to the extent of this articulation. It's going to be a rare one in the sea of this guy. So I'm very, excited for them and excited about this release. Anyway, they also said, hey, yeah, these are the accessories, and they gave us a little bit of a breakdown. Basically, you get the holstered version of the gun. It's all one piece, and you get the two of them separated. You also get the two pokey-outy bits for the elbows, so that's really nice. It also has two different gun holding hands. You get the straight ahead shooting pose, but you also get this angled finger. I don't know which one of these is which, because the angle that they change is so subtle, but they really wanted to, I guess, bring some subtlety to this character. Also, he has flat open hands. You can recreate this T-posing scene from when he, I guess, first appeared, when they first made this guy, so that's really awesome. Anyway, this does, all the release dates and all that stuff still the same. I'll try to put the pre-order links in the description down below. Once again, around 2,400-ish yen on Premium Bandai, or $48 on Toku Collectibles itself. Next up, let's take a look at what else he brought with him, because he also brought his mech. Now, offhand, I don't know the name of this thing, but what I do know is that it does not combine or transform into anything else. It's just his robot. He only used it in like 3-ish episodes, but once again, it's the Candy Toy line taking a chance, and I'm very excited to see what we get with this, mostly because it usually comes with a teaser for the next thing. Speaking of a teaser, though, we have our very first looks at Shoto Super Bioman. I am so excited. This is such a detailed sculpt that we get. It's obviously this is a 3D render. This is not, a physical object just yet, and I can't wait to see it. I absolutely can't wait for this thing. I'm just so excited, and I can't wait to pre-order it. And hey, stick to this channel if you want to know once this gets revealed, released, everything about it. I'm dying to hear more. Anyway, that is it for the Hunter Silva blog post. Let's move in to the Minipla post. And like I said, there's no new Yudo news here, but hey, it's Minipla, and it's here. This is the EX line for Kira Major, and we have Grateful Phoenix. It looks great so far. The base figure itself, the not Phoenix part, what's his name, Embark, this is here. It looks nice. It has all 3 modes, I guess, if you call this one a mode, I guess. It can bite, and it also has the carrier mode, and the carrier mode, it's not just for show. You can put the figures on it, and they're not like, they're not just laying there. They are pegged in, or at least some of them are, because Blue has a specific piece that you plug into the back to clip into the Embark in that mode, and then also so does Fire. So that's really nice. It's not just like you lay it on there and there's a tenuous grasp of plastic. No, it is physically stuck to it. So I like that. I appreciate that a lot. Also, the next thing they did want to talk about with this figure was the Phoenix portion, the what's his name, King Oradin. And it is molded in entirely clear blue plastic. The only red part, or the only different colored part of this sprue is the red. It's not shown here because that's what it's separate pieces that they used for the head. So that's really cool that it's not, either painted or stickered on. It is a separate piece. It has tons of articulation with this thing. Like, here is the breakdown for the wings, I believe. Yeah. Also another forward facing situation here. This is super articulated, so a lot more than I was expecting with something like this. Anyway, next up, another feature is that it has some pegs in the back so that you can turn them into an arrow. I don't remember if this did it in the show or not, but if the Minipla does it, I'm sure they did it in the show or will eventually. I completely forgot if it happened. Hey, also, let's take a look at the combined version of this figure, and they were talking about how they were having some difficulties designing it, because there's not a lot of clearance there. This is the hip, by the way, and they were having trouble trying to fit the entire joint in there. So what they did, you see the sort of cutaway area, that is what they sort of chipped away at to give it that higher range of motion. And I really appreciate it. All the work that got, they could not just put a block in there and called it a day. No, they went the extra mile and carved away at certain portions to make it so that you get this wonderful range of motion. And always appreciate it. Always appreciate the work they put into this. Hey, anyway, let's talk about some more of their work, because, man, that back piece is going to collide. And they noticed that. They knew that it was going to be tough to sort of get that in the back, and you can really only get that much range of motion out of it. It is pegged in and on a swivel, so you can, shift it out of the way. But, and this isn't the most elegant solution, they decided, hey, we'll just make it removable? I guess the standard release of this figure was not able to do that, because if you look at that cockpit piece, it is actually one fully molded piece. It's not two pieces split in half. So I don't know how the budgeting worked out, but they did take specific note to tell us that it is one mold, even though a standard DX toy would sandwich the two halves. You get a more cohesive look here, but you take it off. Once again, not the most elegant, but you can put all the extra pieces on it. I guess it's weapon storage. They have a place to go. It's better than nothing. I don't know what else to tell you. Also, while we're looking at it, this gold that they're using, they wanted to note that it isn't just their standard brownish gold that they use. They threw in, and I believe it was a pearl, like a shimmery pearl mix into it to make it a little shinier. So I appreciate the polymer mixing that they've got going on here to concoct something very gold looking. I like the way this looks. I just hope that it does not fall prey to gold plastic syndrome like RKF Grease did, like every single Beast Wars figure has. So yeah, that's really neat. I get this image isn't really neat, but the colors they went through to do it, that's neat. Hey, let's talk about, since we're talking about articulation, let's talk about the action mode. And that's basically when you, I guess, sort of parts form it / disassemble it to turn it into a more articulated version of itself. Basically, what you can do with this figure is you can remount the shoulder a little higher so that it looks a bit more heroic, and it works out. Also, the head, obviously you get the head swap as you usually do with figures like this, so that's definitely appreciated, even though I gotta say, I love the mechanism in the show where the head just goes down and then slams on either side. Oh, good stuff. Anyway, This is really neat, but also you can unclip the feet to get a little bit of an ankle rocker in there, so that's nice. I like that a lot. Anyway, it gives you basically 5 points of articulation in the leg and 7 total points of articulation in the arm. You got a wrist swivel. You got, I mean, it's just so much stuff here. So much to love. Minipla puts in a lot of effort into making these. Anyway, oh, hey, look at that. That was it. That was it for this week, or for this week in Sentai News. But if you have not had your fill of Candy Toy News, there was an episode that went up that talked about all the Kamen Rider stuff that came out this week, as well as Buster here. And it was a really good figure, so definitely take a look at that. I think a link might be here in the eye icon above. Check it out. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Tell me in the comments down below what you're most excited to see. And while you're down there, there are still links in the description down below to how you can help support the Black Lives Matter movement by donating money, signing petitions, and watching videos. There is a playlist in the description and at the end card of this video that has a bunch of videos that donate their ad revenue to the Black Lives Matter movement. So it's donating money without actually having money yourself. Like me, because I don't. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep it. Hell yeah.